This is a short PowerPoint to kind of walk you through the syllabus highlights. It's not meant to tell you everything that's in the syllabus. You can see the printed syllabus, which is online on Canvas, but I'm going to go over a few of the details to get you started in the class. This first slide shows you the best way to get a hold of me. Again, I'm Dr. Peters. The best way to reach me is as it's described on the screen here through tjpeters@wusel.edu. You may also respond to Canvas postings or send me an email on Canvas. However, I have limited access to Canvas emails only on my home computer, whereas the tjpeters@wusel.edu, I can usually respond to you directly. So either of those, I will probably get a hold of you within 24 hours if you're sending the email, if it's Monday to Friday between the business hours. If for extreme circumstances, emergencies, whatever, you need to get a hold of me, I'm leaving you my cell phone. You can certainly text me at that. Please let me know where you're calling from or texting from, and only in emergencies for that. You can see there's 3 things required for the course: the Neuroscience 6th edition Purvis et al. You can either have the e-text version or the actual book version, or both if you'd like it. I will be posting all my class notes, PowerPoints, and course information on Canvas through your Wusel account. And then finally, we will be doing a dashboard assessment. I'm showing you that here. And this one is going to have a link for you and an announcement, and also on the Canvas site to get you started. That'll be at the end of this video as well. You'll also see on the bottom of here a number of things that we'll be looking at during the course itself. The basic breakdown of the course is that there are going to be 8 weeks of dashboard assessments, 3 discussion boards, which are primarily going to be looking at literature reviews, 3 case studies where we will apply some of the things we're learning to actual cases, sometimes medical or other. You will have 3 timed online quiz assessments and 1 timed final exam. I'll give you more information on both of those in a second. You will also see on the bottom that all materials are due as posted. You will have about a week to complete them. This is not a self-paced course. Any projects that are sent in after the time that they're due will receive 20%, and then each subsequent day they will lose another 20% of that grade. Unless you've talked to me ahead of time or there's an emergency that can be documented, you will lose those points. The bottom shows you how I'm going to calculate your grade and your grading scale. I hold to this pretty strictly. You will be able to manage looking at your point values on Canvas at any time to determine where you stand. To give you more information, all work that's going to be turned in my class will primarily be turned in on the Mondays. So the first ones will be due on the 17th of June. If you look on the left, what I just circled, I'm telling you that all things are due by noon Central Standard Time. You will either have these projects due through the dashboard assessments or on Canvas. So to give you an idea, if we look at the dashboard assessments then, each week there will be a number of sort of lower point valued online work questions that will tie into the lecture materials. You will look at those through dashboard. I'll show you that in the subsequent video. And they will be due by Mondays of each week by noon. They're open book, and you can answer them as many times as you want to get them the correct answer. I would encourage you to answer them until you get them correct, but if you don't have time, you can certainly answer them and get them posted. Discussion boards, there's information in the syllabus that tells you a little bit more about how I want to see your posts. I will also have additional information for you when we get these started. Our first discussion board will start next week. And you will see that these will not allow you to do cutting and pasting. I will have a grade points. These are each worth 25 points, so sizable amount of points based on the 600 in the class. So I'm going to make sure that you understand that not only are you doing a primary post, but you'll be responding to 2 other student posts. And this will become very clear as I move you forward into weeks 2, 4, and 6. You will have discussion boards. Those same weeks, you'll also have case studies. These case studies will either be done individually or in small groups. And again, more information will come out as we get further into the semester. Please note here, cutting and pasting is not acceptable either. And you'll see this all on case studies. Remember, None of this is self-paced in the sense that you have to work with other people sometimes, or you have to work around your schedule to get it done by the posted Monday at noon time frame. This next page tells you a little bit more. Again, everything's due on Mondays at noon. Your online quiz assessments, you will have your first quiz in week 3. This will be over all the materials in weeks 1 and 2. I'll have a little bit of information up for you in week 2 to tell you a little bit more about what to expect on those quizzes. They will be timed, and that means that you will, once you start the quiz, after you get that quiz started, you'll have a certain amount of time to finish the whole thing. You can't stop it. You can't take it again. You can't restart it. You will have to sit and complete that quiz during that time frame. You'll have approximately 3 to 4 days from the day that I post those, and I will give you plenty of time to know when I'm going to post those so that there's no conflicts with people's schedules. You can do them at any time of the day that you would like, and just make sure that you know, since these are open book, open notes, it means that you must be studying a little bit to get you there. The weekly practice quizzes will help you a great deal get prepared, as will my PowerPoints. And then I again will post more information on this. Your final exam will be over all the materials in the first 7 weeks. We will have new material on the 8th week for you to do, but that will not be on the final exam. So all the final exam materials will be over all the first 7 weeks of materials, and it will be during the week 8. And this will be worth 100 points. It'll be short answers and multiple choice, and I'll have more information as we get to the end of the semester, probably about week 6. There's a lot more in the syllabus. I'm going to just post a couple of things here for you to look over. If you look at technology requirements, this tells you a little bit in the syllabus about what kinds of things I'm expecting you to have on your computer, what kinds of updates you might have to do if you wanted to test to see whether your system is ready. If you have any technical support, you can either go to dashboard, you can go to the WashU technical support, or you can actually look at sometimes sending me an email. But if it's a tech support issue, like something's not appearing on your page right, or it's not formatting, those are the places you're probably going to get more information for. Netiquette's a series of rules that talks to you a little bit about how you should or shouldn't communicate on discussion boards. Use your common sense. No expletives, no caps, large caps all the way across the screen. And we're going to be kind to each other and be constructive rather than adding information that's negative against somebody. And I'll be monitoring these things at all time. You also should note that I'll be monitoring your attendance both on Canvas and on the dashboard platforms. So I'll be able to determine if it takes you 1 minute to complete a project, and I see that it's something that should have taken you a half hour. So I'll probably be sending you an email. I'm wanting this course to be you working on the course, not somebody else giving you what they did as work on the course that you're just copying, okay? And with that being said, the bottom of the page here asks you to do the academic honesty. You must do that. It's worth 0 points, but it's required for you to show that you're going to follow the rules and the policies of the campus, and that you're going to stay stay within that realm of not doing plagiarism. No cutting and pasting. If you need student assistance, I've given you some options here. You can link and send them information. If you need more information, there's some links here. If you need a student accommodations, there's also some additional information in the syllabus. If you need extended time, or if you need other circumstances, please work with the campus. They'll notify me and I'll work with you to get those. Also on the bottom of the page are a number of things here that you should make yourself aware of. The inclusive learning environment statement, our preferred name policy, accommodations if you've had or have been a part of a sexual assault, and then also bias reporting. So you can look those over and ask me any questions if you'd like to. If you want to be successful in this course, you're going to have to go ahead and get started. You're going to have 3 videos to watch. I'll have a very last slide here. I'll tell you where to go and get started. You're going to need to be staying organized. Keep notes with yourself. When you watch a video and you take notes, write down where they came from, what chapter, when you watched them. That way you can go back and use them when you have to do the practice quizzes over the animations. You're going to be interacting with your classmates on discussion boards and small group projects. You'll also have to send me emails. If you have questions, you have to send them to me. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't send me emails on Sunday nights. I may not see them till Monday, and if it's due on Monday at noon and I don't get your emails, then that's a problem because you won't finish the work on time. You'll have to do the reading. Each week you'll have to do the reading. I've given you a number of projects to kind of help you with that reading, but it's up to you to do each of the chapter readings. And sometimes you just have to get off the online platform and do your own work, just reading the book sometimes, or maybe doing some searches online. I say this every semester, don't procrastinate. If you know what to do in a week, don't wait until day 6 to start the work. I know you're busy, we're all busy, but don't start on Sunday because it's going to be very hard if you have questions to ask me questions on Saturdays and Sundays and expect me to get right back to you. And then if you get lost or you have some difficulties as things go on, send me emails and just hang in there a little bit. This draft schedule tells you a little bit about what to expect each week. I will probably update a little bit more for you, but you'll see that week 1 will be in your modules, and each week there will be a different modules. Everything will be listed in the module in their correct order in which you probably should complete them. Keep it in mind that the weekly dashboard assessments here and the practice chapter quizzes, so the animations and practice chapter quizzes for these are due with points by Mondays. So it wouldn't hurt for you to start doing those earlier than waiting to the last minute to get them completed. Again, in week 2, we'll start your discussion boards and case studies. And then week 3, we will have a quiz, an online timed quiz over the first 2 weeks of materials. Plus, we will continue to move forward by doing new things that week as well. So you'll see that the first couple of weeks, we're going to have to get into a rhythm. You're going to have to set a schedule and you're going to have to get things done. I will always try to load things by Friday, and then you should get them completed by Mondays at noon. This is just another information here. Your final exam will be that last week, and it will be mostly over the first 7 weeks of material, and it'll be multiple choice and short answers. And then finally, to get started right now, go watch the videos that are on the PubMed discussion board, ARC, and dashboard. Then log into dashboard if you haven't already. Start reading chapter 1. Use my PowerPoints and links that help you kind of process the materials in chapter 1. And then go ahead and do those dashboard practice quizzes and animation quizzes for chapter 1. Then do the same thing for chapter 2 and chapter 3. This is all due by Monday, the 17th of June by noon. I will load new information up probably by the 14th for that week of the 17th, and so on and so forth. So good luck, and I wish you well.